Okay. Drew, do you want to do the lead-in?
Hey, this is Fade Mahoney. It's just the hate that always gets me.
That was really good. We'll just go with that. It's preview time. As you can see, we've got a packed house. We're doing two things here. Slate 2 is about to start. We are going to preview the first series of Slate 2. And then the five of us here, we're going to do a Slate 2 fantasy draft. So people seem to like the drafts. There's no way I'm going to be able to point everything correctly. We've got Chris Cheetam, we've got Drew Davis, we've got Brendan Jorgensen, and as always, it's me, Mike, and Trevor. Gentlemen, hello, everybody.
What's going on?
How do you do?
What's up?
All right, let's get through previewing the first series. I mean, most of them are pretty good as long as the Gators aren't involved, but we've got Mallards versus Wildcats to start it off. As far as fantasy goes, two of the top scorers from the Slate 1 with Robles and Kyle, both doing really well in Slate 1. But as far as the gambling goes on this series, Trevor, what do you got?
Yeah, I think you have to make the Mallards pretty decent sized favorites. So I have them at minus 150. I think they're going to be heavy favorites in pretty much every series this year. Obviously, the Wildcats look pretty good in the first series, but I think when you have Jordan Robles on the squad, it's going to be tough to beat.
All right, minus 150. Anybody? I know, Chris, if I ask you, you'll go for 10 minutes to break that down. But anybody have any strong thoughts about if that line is particularly wrong?
No, not wrong. I was gonna say I like the Mallard just because I think their second pitcher is a lot. Like I think Caden's probably gonna win that game over whoever Jackson or Saylor pitches. So then Kyle would probably have to take 2 off Robles, which I also don't think is not gonna happen.
Chris?
So I like that.
Yeah, I pretty much echo what Jordy says. I think that the Mallards with Preston too have a deeper lineup and better pitching. So honestly, I might take them to sweep outright. I think that they're
Good.
I mean, I hope that somehow we could turn our season around and win the World Series. But if not, I think the Mallards are going to win it this year. So, like you said, I think they're going to be favored in every game, and I think they're going to sweep this series at least 2-1, obviously. But I think they definitely have a chance to sweep.
All right. The only former MLW player on the show right now, Drew Davis. You have any thoughts?
I think the Wildcats are in trouble with this matchup just because Tommy and Kyle go back so far, and Tommy's such a good hitter. He's going to hit Kyle anyways. Robles kind of has a perfect approach for Kyle. I think he's good enough to hit the riser, and if Kyle tries to drop that slide drop in that he's been throwing with the way that Robles is set up and how he swings, like I think he'll just mash it. So like I think it's going to be tough to limit the runs against the Mallards. So I don't know if I'd have them in a sweep just because like with the Wildcats, like they're a pretty good team, but even if it's not a sweep, I don't think it's going to feel close. I think the Cats might like pull out a game, but I don't think it's going to like be a close series, if that makes sense.
All right. Trevor, what is our show?
Fade the Mahoney.
Yeah. So I'll be going with the Wildcats. You guys are all in agreement. There's no way you'll be right. So I'll take the big plus number and trust that Kyle will be dominant again like he was in the first series. So Trevor, cool. I've got 100 to win 150 on the Wildcats.
Sounds good.
All right. Total runs. This is going to be fun.
Yeah, I mean the Fade the Mahoney crew here has been great with the lines on the over/under total so far this season. We're going to go with 13.5 in this series. I think there's going to be some runs scored. I personally would take the over on that number, but I think 13.5 is a good number to set.
Okay. I'm going to take the under there. I figured whatever number you were going to put out, I was going to take the under. I just feel like even though it looks like there's two good offenses, I feel like sometimes it's kind of deceiving, and then the pitching is usually better than it is.
And I'll take the over. I don't think I think it's a good line. I think, maybe 14, 15. I think it'll be more in one game, with the Cats second pitcher. I think that's going to make a big difference. I think it'll mostly be the Mallards scoring runs, obviously, because I think they're going to win 2. Or I like what Drew said, where he said, it's not going to feel close. Maybe the Wildcats sneak out of the win, but I think that the Mallards are going to put up a lot of runs in one game and kind of carry that number. And then it's just about, those other couple games being, 2-1 versus like 0-1 or something like that. So I think that it'll hit 14 or 15. So I'll take the over.
Okay, Drew, break the tie.
I've got the over.
All right. Well, you want the over, Trevor. So if you want it, I'll take the under. That's fine. Cool.
Yeah, give me the over.
All right.
Not surprisingly, Mike was dominant in Slate 1, as seen by these results.
Okay. All right. So you just saw how we did in the first slate. And also, as far as fantasy goes, this is how Slate 1 went between me and Trevor.
Not surprisingly, another victory for Mike, and mostly the fault of the Red Baron. We'll have to give that guy a talking to in the very near future.
And now for Slate 2, to make it a little more, I don't know, what's the word? Fun? We're going 20 deep. We're 5 of us. We're each taking 4 guys. And this is going to be fun. I'm going to pull up. I hope. All right. Here we go. Here's just the order. Whoever comes out first will select Jordan Robles, I assume. Chris, you get to go first.
Oh, you're putting me on the spot right away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with Robles. I don't really have a strong lean, but since we're breaking down this series, I think that he's gonna. He didn't have a crazy hitting series in their opener, so I think he kind of changes that and not rights the ship, but kind of breaks out at the plate and ends up with 2 or 3 bombs, and then I think he'll pitch well enough to get me some points in that aspect. So I think it's pretty chalk. So I'll go with him.
All right. Second pick goes to.
Fuck.
Keep going. Keep going.
Dang,
Nice.
I want this pick.
All right. I'll take. For those of you watching this, you're probably familiar with Avengers Endgame with the timeline getting all screwed up.
Not.
Can you guys
Crazy.
share, did anything drastic happen in the last series of the first slate as far as injuries or anything?
I don't know about any injuries, so no, I
I
think we're
don't
good
think
there.
so. No.
I don't believe so.
Okay.
Don't do it.
I'll take Jimmy Norp then.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Oh, he actually tore his ACL. Now that I remember.
I'm gonna need to know the matchups once my turn comes around because I have no clue who's playing who except
It's
for
Yeah, I'm a little
Mallards, Cats, Cobras, Gators, Preds, Magic, and then Eagles and
D-backs.
Diamondbacks.
D-backs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
My analysis is I'm taking Jimmy Norp because he's pretty good.
Beecher Davis. Beecher Davis. Beecher Davis. Beecher. Yeah, keep going. Keep
Nope,
spinning. Keep
doesn't
spinning.
have enough.
Hmm.
All right, Jorgy, what do you got?
Between 2, but I think I'm gonna go with Ryan Cratch.
Damn it.
He always goes off against the Magic too. So
'cause they're not
that
good.
might be the right. That
He
might
just
be the
always
right.
goes off. Period.
Yeah,
They're not
he's
good.
pretty talented.
Can we get a prediction on what round it is when Drew picks someone who's already been picked?
Third round.
Right
2?
here, right here.
Oh,
I wanted that so bad. Wait, did you spin?
yeah, Trevor got it.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm gonna have to figure out how to do the bleeps here.
I love how he tells me that to watch my mouth before the
Yeah.
pod. He's been swearing up a storm since then.
Yeah, while we're recording too.
I haven't eaten in a while.
I'll take Dallas.
Okay. Dallas, they're going against the D-backs. Okay. Dallas is gone. Jimmy's gone. Cratch is gone. You got 2 picks, Drew. Make them count.
Okay. Oh shit. Okay. All right. So. All right. So we got Cobras, Gators, Magic, Preds, Mallards, Wildcats, and then what was the other one? Eagles,
Eagles,
Mallards,
D-backs.
Eagles, D-backs. Okay, has Kyle Schultz been picked?
He is
No.
not.
I would just said he was gonna get shelled off of those, so that's kind of dumb.
You want to pass? You can pass.
No.
You got 2 picks
I
to
just
make, there,
don't want
brother.
to do. I just don't want to do this.
You can pick yourself.
I was gonna pick Chris, but I don't want to do that.
Oh, you should. You really should.
How can you not pick a Cobra?
Yeah,
I
that's
just
true.
don't know.
You don't
I don't
have
know.
faith in your
I
own
don't know.
team.
I don't know how Barron's gonna hit, and I don't know how many games Sawyer will pitch. So,
Badly
I'll
in
do.
one.
Wait, how many games did you pitch last time, Chris? Did Jorgy pitch
Just
2?
one. He pitched
Oh
games
shit!
1.
You guys are fucking me. Okay.
We're a mystery, trust me.
I'm gonna go Kyle Schultz.
Yeah, I figure that should be at least one of them. But now he's gonna take an
Alright.
hour to do this next one.
And I'm gonna take Chris.
Dang it.
Yeah, you are.
I want to cheat
That's
him.
a good pick.
Wow.
Wow, not even you're betting against your own team. You think I'm gonna have a big series? I kind of played like crap against you guys last time, so I'm hoping to bounce back because that was not my best performance.
That was a weird series.
Yeah,
I don't like
was
what
just
I'm
thinking about
doing,
that.
Chris. I don't like what I'm doing.
I'm a big fan.
What normally gets more points, pitching or hitting?
It's not gonna matter for me.
The new way the our scoring system is set up is it's pretty darn even.
Okay.
Trevor, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna go off the board and reach here for the guy that absolutely destroyed 2 of the guests here on this show and is somehow younger than kids that we have. So I'm gonna take RJ Walgate.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick.
You loved that.
All right.
Gonna struggle
Jorgy.
against the Preds though.
Between 2, it's tough. It's tough picking someone that like doesn't pitch though.
I know. Facts.
I'm gonna take Tom.
Damn good pick.
Just because of the matchup.
Strong
Yeah, I
pick.
think that
Like
he's
the
gonna
matchup.
rake. So I think it'll make up for the fact that he has no chance of pitching because he might.
Yeah.
I mean, he had a great first series, and he's honestly restored the bat the last couple of years in general. So I think that he's gonna have to have a big series if the over is gonna hit. So I think him and Robles are they might both go yard multiple times.
All right. Trevor. I'm fairly confident Jorgy will not be winning.
Why not?
I'll take the Red Baron.
Sure.
He's got a
Sure.
super easy matchup. Bonus points for no hitter or perfect game are in play here. So that's where I'm at. Chris, you got 2 picks, buddy.
Man, that came way too fast. Maybe I should have made a list before this. Let's see. I'll take Grant first. I think that he started raking off of us, especially me. Obviously, that ball still hasn't landed, but he started really hitting well at the end of that series, and I think he's going to take that into this next series against the Preds. And I think Kratch throws a lot of strikes. I think he'll hit a lot of strikes, and maybe he'll get back out there on the mound. We'll see. But I think he's going to kind of like Tommy. I think he's going to have a big series at the plate, and I'm going to follow it up with another hitter. I'm going to take Saylor. Again, he didn't have a fantastic series, but I think he's going to he's going to have a breakout series again. So I like taking those guys that maybe I think all 3 of my picks, left a little bit at the plate, throughout the series, and all 3 of them, they might be the 3 best hitters in the league outside of, Jimmy. But so I think that, if my guys can hit, I could take this home.
Trevor, never did we ever think we'd see 2 guys from the Magic go in the top 10. That's insane. Just upside down world.
Not bad.
God, is it as much as it pains me to do it? I'm gonna take a Gator. I'm gonna take Jorgy.
Dang it! I wanted me.
No.
It's like the last chance someone's gonna pitch 2 games.
I know. I thought about. I was between. That was where I was
Or
struggling because I
possibly.
had 3, and it was tough because Jordy was so good at the plate too. So I probably should have taken Jordy. Looking back at it.
But
He
Jordy,
might
you're
just be-
fine. You're fine. You got a guy who will pitch 0 innings with your
That's
second.
fine.
So you're fine.
That's fine.
I already know my pick, so go ahead,
I don't
Trev.
really know how the scoring works well, so I just picked a guy.
Yeah, I didn't even know there was a no-hitter bonus or whatever that is.
Let's go.
Well, it's
with-
sort of, it's cheating, but try to draft the good players and you'll do well.
Yeah, Tommy's good. I'd love Tommy on my team. So yeah, I definitely need someone who's gonna pitch here at least the game. So I think I'm gonna go with Dan. He had a rough outing. I don't think he can get any worse. So I think he might give up a few when he's pitching, but I think he'll hit pretty well.
Hey, everybody go back in the archives. Trevor did a breakdown on how Dirty Dan is tipping his pitches and is getting mashed. All right,
Oh,
Trevor,
I've
you're up.
known for 6 years.
That's true. Every time I face Dan, I know when he's throwing a riser. Doesn't mean you can hit it.
Yeah, I still can't. I still can't hit it.
His riser is really deceiving.
It's
I
weird.
hate
It
his
moves
riser.
differently every time.
Trevor, you're up, buddy.
I'll take Sawyer.
I knew you were gonna come back to me. But
Right where I wanted. Oh, damn. That's my next pick.
it really wasn't.
That was my next pick, Trevor. All right, nice.
While you've got 2.
Correct. Yeah.
While you're thinking, here's what I think our stakes could be, guys. If either Trevor or I win, you guys got to figure out a piece of MLW swag to send us.
Oh, that's fine. I got a bunch.
I don't.
And if one of you 3 guys win, whoever wins, just direct to me which piece of merchandise you want me to buy off the store.
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
Okay. I've got
So we're a
the
team.
used game worn World Series jersey with a patch on it.
Okay.
Do you really want that though? Is the question.
No, it's
Does it come
stanky.
with a broom?
Oh,
Does it all?
Nobody
Does
comes
it
with-
also have
I
blood?
probably shouldn't be getting them fired up. I probably shouldn't be getting them fired up, right? But
What is this? All right. Okay. You distracted me, so I didn't think at all during that. Okay, so let's see. Who are like second? Who are number 2s on teams that haven't been picked yet? I think like all of them.
Trevor.
Oh, Trevor,
you could take Trev.
the number 3. Come on.
I mean, he's probably be the number 2 next series.
Well, yeah, but like hitting too.
Yeah, he's not a good hitter at all. So
I think maybe Jackson could be in play here.
fair.
While you're thinking, Drew, guys, over under 1.5 years, Bonham will be in the league.
Over.
Over. I think his pitching will be.
I might take the
okay
under.
enough.
Not. I mean, I don't want to give too much away, but
mean,
he was a little wishy-washy in the offseason, So I guess it kind of
That's
depends on
true.
how this year goes. I mean, I don't want to. I mean, he's still out there, so he'll probably keep playing. But
Started
I know
off
he
great for him.
And what do you
wasn't.
mean by out of the league? Just off a roster, or just not
Ooh.
playing? Because
He just meant done. I think in
Yeah.
general.
Who did the Eagles play?
D-backs. Or who
That-
did
no,
they
that-
play? Or
Drew, you're a
that out.
nightmare, buddy. Come
Well, I
on.
was gonna pick Waylon, but now they play the D-backs. That's not an option.
Waylon does hit
Ah.
Jimmy well.
Does he?
He did last year, I think. Right? He had a couple homers off him, I think.
I don't know. I just don't
Mm,
trust it with the
love
way I
that.
saw him throw that slider against Sean, and I was like, it's just felt so bad for Sean. All right. Well, I'll take for the first. Okay. You know what? I'll be confident with it. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm gonna go Jackson.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go Drew Davis. Mike, what's that look for?
Yeah, that's okay. Let's say you are playing. You don't think Drew Davis would have been around in the fifth round? I mean, come on.
I mean, you said in your thing, see a slate too, so you like projected it.
I
You
mean,
should've known.
me and Chris are in here, so
Wow. All right. That shook me, Trevor. What do you got?
I knew it was coming.
I did too.
I knew when he said earlier, he's like, I'm not gonna say anything.
So first of all, before I take my pick, I think the best thing the Magic can do would be to take Agner, Curdy, and Bonham and make them into the front office and not allow them to play anymore. And then just like they can make
Pick up
decisions. They
some
have different
guys.
jobs.
Into his own front office.
Yeah.
Agner's
Sounds
own
like
front
a
office.
solid
the-
front
Yeah.
office.
Can the kid hit it all? Because
Hard. What kid?
Who? Oh, I don't know. I'd like to see him try though.
Yeah,
What are you talking about?
and
RJ.
Swanson, right?
No.
Bring Swanson
Oh,
back.
No,
Miller,
I don't know
the
about that
kid.
one.
no.
They'll be better. All right.
Swanson doesn't have a hit in his career, I don't think.
He's due.
Love the kid, but
He's
He's
due.
due.
he is due. He's due.
I'm gonna
I'll
take
Brandon
Warda.
Brandon Schultz. Oh, good pick.
Warda he was pretty high on my list now. We're definitely getting in the nitty gritty here.
Yeah.
Although
All right,
I'm gonna
Jordy.
take Kurt.
I got an interesting one for you guys. I'm gonna go Trey Flood.
Okay. Yeah, respect that.
If you listen to the preview of that series, you'd know that he's gonna pitch a bit, so makes sense.
in
I
the
didn't,
archives.
but
Okay.
The archives.
Did Jonah Heath get hurt?
No, he's
No?
still on the board.
Okay, I'm gonna take Jonah Heath.
Oh, sweet. All right.
Nice pick.
Thank you. I'm confused, but you guys are pretty bad at this. Chris, you've got 2 picks left, and then, or no, I'm sorry, 1 pick, right? And then we're done.
Yeah, I guess I'm closing it out. So
Wait, we
I'm
can
between two
disregard my idiotic 5th round comment then. I thought we had another round left.
I
Sorry.
thought
oh,
that was
yeah,
a
that's
joke.
true. I was figuring out who I wanted next.
are we doing another round? Should we do another round?
I mean, with the way you guys pick, it'd be fine with me, but
All right, let's do
no.
it.
What do you
No,
mean? What
I
does
don't-
that mean? What does
we,
that
we
mean?
were not even done with the draft, and dude already thinks he won.
Mike, what's your
I
roster?
know.
What's your roster
Oh,
right now?
God. I'm Mike minus 500 to win this.
Oh, okay.
What's your roster?
I have Jimmy, Barron, Jorgy, and Jonah.
Well, you have
Those are a
me,
couple
so that
bums,
always helps, I
bro.
guess.
Yeah, you do have
Sounds like-
Jordy on your team. That's pretty dang
Sounds like
good. So,
Couple of bums.
There
so
was
I've got Roll.
there was
I'm sorry, go
5
ahead.
minutes. There was 5 minutes last week where Jorgy was the best wiffle ball player on the planet for. So I'm feeling pretty good.
He was pretty
That's
sweet
good.
in that game 1, and then we forgot how to hit the rest of the series against
Yeah.
Yao Ming. So all right, let
Yao
me.
Ming.
I'm still thinking. I'm glad you guys started talking because I'm stalling right now. Thinking about. Man, I'm really gonna have a lot on this first series.
Let
if
me
I do
just
this,
throw some
but-
names out there for you, Chris.
There's
No, I don't.
3 pretty obvious.
All right, one of my picks is definitely Caden. I need.
Well,
I
you
need
only got
pitching.
1. You've only
You
got
only
Oh,
get
one.
I thought I got 2. I
I
thought
thought
I
we were
got
doing
2.
5.
No,
We're doing 5? That's a lot of
Wow.
players.
no, it would
Okay.
take
We can't
20
make it another
minutes.
Drew round here.
It would take 20 minutes for Drew to come up with a 5th player. So
That's a good point. All right, whatever. All right, so I'll take Caden then. I need a little pitching. I think again, hittable pitching on the other side. I think they're going to win the series. So give me an arm, and I
Is
think
that-
Caden's a beast.
Was that one of your obvious ones, Mike?
yeah, he was
Who were the
the
other 2?
he was the
I-
highest, he was the highest rated player on the board
Oh, that means
by
it was
a
a good pick then.
by a mile.
I had
Sorry, I don't have
Flynn-
last
I had-
week's ratings next to me.
I had Flynn and Whalen as my next 2 up.
I also didn't even know what I was going to go with.
Preston
Jason,
was
probably.
the other one I would have taken.
He was
I
one
was
of them.
thinking about just doubling down, and then
Yeah.
Jason was in consideration if you guys took those 2 off the board for me. So those were my next 3. But after that, I didn't really have much. So
All right. Graphics department will show everybody's squads right here. Again, Mike's squad is minus 500 to win. Jorgy, you surrendered in round 2. And Drew, you picked a guy who announced his retirement on this show, which is odd, but I guess we can disregard that. All
it's
right.
like Brady.
Not really, though.
without the
Two
rings.
two
like
goats.
Brady.
2 goats though.
Yeah,
All right.
true.
I think we did all this in like 20 minutes. I think that's pretty good. Any closing thoughts for Slate 2? Predictions?
Shoot.
Anything you want to say before you go? Chris, start with you.
You're too high on your team, man. I don't think I don't think you have any chance of winning.
No, I mean there's 4 other people here. I'm gonna take them. I'm gonna take the rest of us.
Yeah.
To be fair, I was not expecting to get my place broken into.
What?
Do you want to tell the story?
Just this guy was. I mean, I don't know. No, I'll save it for another day. I don't know like what I'm still. There's still. I gotta. No thanks.
No thanks.
Trevor, I've heard this story and it is Patreon level.
Oh,
content.
you've heard? Oh, did I tell you?
Yeah, Patreon level content if we ever get there.
Yeah.
All right.
Did I tell you the story? Did I tell you the story about one of my about me on the streets of Brooklyn? I'll tell you about that another time too.
Okay. All right. Jordy, anything to add before we sign off?
No, I'm about ready to get out of here. This kid's too much.
Drew's
Trevor?
a national treasure.
Yeah. We enjoyed that very long and non-existent retirement, Drew. Thanks.
Hey, it was real until things kind of went
wow.
kind of cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and
Things fell through for Drew. It's crazy.
Got me some clicks. All right. Good
I
drafting,
never know what
everybody.
his kid's life is.
Good drafting and good gambling, everybody. Thanks.